So I recently decided to pick up a couple of these Spanst LED lights from Ikea. They were $40 each. I saw some other YouTubers review them as like a knockoff or a cheaper version of Quasar tube light. So I figured they'd be a cool product, so I picked up a couple and I'll be going over them today. So I picked up two of the 4-foot versions of the light. I have one hanging behind me and one here in my hand. So basically they just come in two separate boxes. They have some mounting hooks you can use to mount them on the wall. I didn't use those because I don't really want them hung up right now. I think I'm just going to use them for practicals and stuff. I don't really have any exact ideas how I'm going to use them just yet, but they're kind of just fun to mess around with. But this one I have here in my hand, it feels like they're made of, at least the outside is like some kind of plastic. The end coat is kind of like a rubbery feeling almost. They don't feel the most sturdy. They do feel kind of flimsy, and if you shake them you can kind of feel like the light inside the housing moving around a bit. But I mean, for what I've had them for like a few days now, I mean, they've held up fine. I haven't really beat them up or anything, but they've held up pretty good. And then the power source, they run out of a USB, so the cord just comes out right here at one of the ends, and then there's a power button right next to the cord. It's kind of flush with the housing, so I like how it doesn't really stand out too much. And then it's just powered by a USB, so you can plug it into a wall charger, even a USB adapter, which is how I'm powering them now. And they're kind of more like a daylight color. They're definitely not pure white, but I haven't had any problems with that. I think they're still pretty awesome. So as you can see with this light here, I have it hung up from the roof, and I hung this tapestry up behind it because I'm in my basement because it's the only dark place right now in the middle of the day. But they're pretty lightweight, so you can see I hung these up. You can't really tell up here, but yeah, I hung these up with fishing line. So I just tied it to the end like a little loop right there, and then I just looped it around that little hook at the top. You can see the fishing line right there. So you can see the power button here. It's definitely quite flush. It's in the on position right now on the edge of this. So it's just on the corner of the end cap, and then you have the USB cord coming out right there, and then it's just an easy click right here, on or on off. I like how it's like definitely a firm click, like it clicks in, it holds, so you know it's definitely on. And then the USB cords are pretty long. Like you can see, this one runs all the way down and up to here. This is one of the things I really like about them is I'm running them both out of just this power or this pocket juice USB like power block, and this has a dual USB holder. So I just literally plug it into there, and I mean it really hasn't even taken down like a bar of the battery so far with both these plugged in and turned on, which is pretty awesome. So you don't have to worry about like finding outlets or anything when you're on location. You could literally just bring them, have this pocket juice thing in your pocket, like literally, and just run them from anywhere, which is really, really convenient. So all in all, these lights were definitely a great purchase. I would recommend them to anyone. I might even get a third. I've been thinking about it. I mean, they could be used as like backlights or practicals for music videos, any other kind of like video you want to do with just throw in some cool lighting in the background. I mean, they pretty much look like lightsabers, so they're pretty awesome in about anything. I've been thinking about just putting them in my room, like behind my desk, maybe behind my computer, or just hang them up on the wall. I'm not really sure, but just use them like that until any other uses come up. But yeah, I would definitely recommend them to anyone. I mean, $40 each, not too bad compared to like $130 for Quasar or other lights. Yeah, I mean, they definitely can't be used as like fill lights or key lights or anything. I mean, as you can see, they're not too bright, but I mean, if you keep, I mean, both of these in my room, when it's dark outside, they'll light up my entire room. So they're definitely not super dark or dim, as most people say online on the other reviews I've seen. But yeah, definitely recommend them. Pick them up. The only thing is you can't have them shipped. You have to go pick them up in an Ikea store, which is the only problem if you don't have one around you, which luckily I do. So yeah, that's about it for this video on these lights. Let me know if you have any questions about them.